In this video, we are going to discuss about electrolysis, and from definition in simple terms, electrolysis is the decomposition of an organic compound, an ionic compound, not really organic, of an ionic compound by passing electric current through it. So in simple term, electrolysis is just the decomposition of an organic compound by passing electricity through it. It is as if you want to discuss in details what will happen if an ionic compound has been subjected to an electric current and is as simple as just breathing, and we are going to see it in details. So what are the key things that you require in electrolysis? As a student, as you strive towards knowing electrolysis, these are the key things that you should be knowing. Key features of electrolysis. Any student who is striving towards understanding electrolysis must be well conversant with certain terminologies that are used in electrolysis, and I call them features of electrolysis. One, you must be well conversant with the definition of the term electrolysis. Two, you must be able to define what we mean by the word electrolyte. Three, you must be able to define the word electrode. Three, you must know what electrolytic tank is. And after knowing all this, electrolysis, electrolyte, electrode, electrolytic tank, you must also be capable to know that all these terminologies can be set in any examination, regardless of the body of examination that you are undertaking. Electrolysis is a key factor in understanding chemistry and also some chemodynamics that you'll be able to pursue after your O-level education. Now, electrolysis have defined an electrolyte is the ionic compound being subjected to electrolysis. It is the ionic compound being subjected to electrolysis. Electrodes are the terminals through which electric current gets into the electrolyte. Electrolytic tank is simply the container upon which all these reactions are suspended. Now, those are the key features that you need to know as far as electrolysis is concerned. And some people can even call them terminologies that you need to know whenever you're handling electrolysis. Now, after knowing all these things, you should be able to know how to sketch electrolysis diagram. And now I'm going to do it for you, or we are going to do it together. Electrolysis diagram. Electrolysis diagram. I'm just going to do a sketch that will enable you understand what you are dealing with. In electrolysis, we must have electrolytic tank. We must have electrolytic tank. And I'm going to start by sketching my tank. I need a tank. And in the tank, I need to have an electrolyte. An electrolyte. Or the solution upon which the solution being subjected to electrolysis. I also need terminals, or some people call them electrodes. I need terminals. And I'm going to explain what they are and what they are made of. These are my terminals. For me to subject this electrolyte to electrolysis, I must have a source of electric current. And now I'm going to draw my source of electric current. And now I'm going to draw something like this. And I'll explain why I'm leaving a space there. Now this space here, now this one here is our source of electricity. It can be either a battery or anything. Now these ones, I said initially, they're electrodes. This one is our electrolytic tank. This one, the solution I have in the tank, is the electrolyte. This one is the bulb. Then this one here is the switch that can either be closed or open to allow electricity flow into the system. Now, after having my diagram like that, what you need to know is the electrode can be made up of graphite, or it can even be platinum wire. Our electrode can be made up of graphite or platinum wire. For graphite, you can even call it carbon electrode. You can even call it carbon electrode. Nobody will penalize you for that. Then, in understanding electrolysis, I want to discuss something about the electrolyte. The electrolyte that we have here is something that I want to discuss about it. Electrolyte must be an organic or an ionic compound, sorry. It must be an ionic compound. And since it is ionic compound, previously you had learned about bonding. And we said ionic bond is a type of bond that exists between metal and non-metal. And in this type of bonding, there are certain things that you need to know about it. The metal donates electrons, while the non-metal accepts the donated electron. Another feature that you know as far as ionic bonds are concerned is that ionic compounds do not conduct electricity in solid state. But what do? They conduct electricity in molten or solution form. Stroke aqueous state. Those are the key things that you really need to know as far as electrolysis is concerned, and features of ionic compounds, because we are going to subject those ionic compounds into different degree of electric current and see what will be happening at each and every stage. So that's the simple analysis of what electrolysis is all about. And in my next video, I'm going to discuss about electrolysis of the first ionic compound, which is sodium chloride, molten sodium chloride. Thank you, and let us meet in the next video.